सभी को hello everyone, hello. It's been a long time. Really happy to see all of you. You all know why are we here today? We're celebrating Pride Month, and we have panelists with us who identify as deaf as well as persons from the queer community, LGBTQI community. So they will discuss their experiences. They're very different than ours, and we want to create a space where you all feel safe to open up about similar experiences, because they're individuals who identify as queer all over India. So you would know the 377 article has decriminalized being homosexual. So we are happy, and happy Pride Month to you all. You all know the acronym LGBTQI: lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, plus. And this is a spectrum. There are many more identities. We have been sharing a lot of content on our social media handles regarding the LGBTQI community, the terminologies, and we were also talking about the history of how the movement started. All the best, and we hope we have a great experience. With that, I will hand you all over to the moderator. And Harmanpreet, be spotlighted, please. Harmanpreet, are you there? Great. Hello. Welcome. Really cool. Can you please introduce yourself? Yes, I am Harmanpreet, and last name Singh. This is my sign name. I'm from Punjab, and right now I'm working in Chandigarh. I work in the art field, and I also am supporting the LGBTQI community, deaf LGBTQI. Can I just clarify if your sign name is H top knot or H handshake, which is showing the index finger going next to the cheek? So I will be here, Harmanpreet, to support you. Welcome. Thank you so much for accepting to be the moderator for this program. I've been seeing your artwork. You're really talented. All the different items that you make, your posters, your drawings, post bags, etc. So take it away. All the best. Welcome to the panelists. I would like to first call upon Sudarshan. Hello, Sudarshan. I'm really happy that you are joining. Sudarshan is just showing his sign name. I'm really happy. Thank you so much for joining, Sudarshan. Are you there? Can you see? Can you see the moderator? Can you see me? Hi. Sorry, just to clarify, Sudarshan, can you please checking with you if you can see, please? Can you see? Seems to be an internet issue, I guess. Still checking with Sudarshan. Hello, hello. Can you see me, Sudarshan? Sudarshan seems to have some issues, can't see the moderator. Harmanpreet is still trying to get Sudarshan to see, get some eye contact. Seems to be some internet issues on both ends. Hello, hello, Sudarshan, can you see me? Yes, 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 you. Sudarshan, hello, can you see me? What to do? We are very sorry. We're going to invite the next panelist. There seems to be some internet issue. Charu seems to be on a call with Sudarshan. Charu has, I guess, explained to Sudarshan to swipe on the screens. The moderator is just wanting to confirm if the panelists can see. Charu here. Sudarshan, can you please try swipe through the screens? Okay, we're just going to figure this out. Just a second. Charu says, let me just reorganize. Kindly just give us a few minutes. The online event. Now, can you see me? Sudarshan says, yes, I was seeing some other screen. Harmanpreet clarifying, are you able to see Sudarshan? Okay, then Charu says that perhaps in the interest of time, we will then welcome Kaleema, our second panelist, since there's some internet issue with the first panelist. Kaleema, welcome. Okay, sorry. No problem. Okay. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Can you please introduce yourself? Give us a little background about who you are. Okay, I'm Kaleema Khan. This is my sign name, a K hand shape on my forehead. I'm from Madhya Pradesh, Indore, and I identify as a transgender person. All right, great. So are you ready, Kaleema? I have questions. Yes, yes. So how has being deaf and a person who identifies as an LGBTQI person, how has your experience been? So my experience has, of course, there's been a lot of verbal abuse from friends, from family, a lot of negative, uh, the perspective and the way people see me. It's been very demotivating. In Delhi, also Haryana, Delhi, I have been to different places trying to get into the fashion modeling industry, but it's difficult. I had to try again and again. Some of my friends, people who guided me, but I did achieve it. I did learn a lot, but the thing is that you have to keep on trying, and deaf people can also achieve, can do. Thank you for sharing your experience. I have the next question. What challenges do deaf LGBTQI individuals face in their daily lives? Yes. So what I have experienced is either in Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, when you get your ID, Aadhaar card, and all these documents, it's very difficult and a very lengthy process, and it doesn't work. They won't let you change the gender. And with that change, if the gender is now third gender or transgender, you face a lot of issues in these processes, in the accessibility. There are a lot of barriers. There's a lot of confusion, which basically prolongs or the process fails. Even with jobs, very difficult. There are a lot of challenges, but hopefully there'll be changes in the future. Thank you, Kaleema. It's really great and very inspiring to hear that you stood strong and tried your interest in modeling and got there. Next, we would like to welcome Vignesh, our next panelist.
Yes.
Great. Can you see me? Vignesh, can you see me clearly? Vignesh? Yes, I can see you. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, just checking. Vignesh is suggesting if there could be some reordering on of the screens. Vignesh says, yes, yes, I can see you, Harmanpreet. Go on, go on. Carry on. Yeah, just wanted to ensure you can see. Okay, please give us your brief background, your name, etc. Vignesh, take it away. Thank you for having me. I am Vignesh. This is my sign name. I'm from Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore. I identify as genderqueer. I'm evolving, and my identity is also a little fluid, moving between different genders. Okay, great. I have two questions for you, Vignesh. Sure. So, can you share? So, can you share some personal stories about how your deafness and your LGBTQI identity intersect? Can you share, please? That's a great question. Um, I was born deaf, but my identity, when I figured, when I identified as queer, I always felt different naturally. And it's not that I am confused or, it's a phase. I have had this feeling for a very, very long time. It was hidden from my parents. I would, sometimes dress up, do some makeup, and my parents also, sometimes my father would catch me at it. And they had said, why do you dress like a female? Why do you behave so feminine? But I didn't relent. There were comments like, act like a man, be a man. And the fact that, this is not wrong. The identity, these feelings are not wrong. The awareness part of it, which is missing. And I also didn't have the language. I didn't have the terms, the messages. I think I learned a lot from hearing uh, queer community members, which helped me learn a lot and gain confidence. Of course, social media has also helped to gain awareness and confidence about my identity. Thank you, Harmanpreet. That is, Harmanpreet says, Vignesh, thank you for sharing. It's really, really nice. Can you share some successful projects or initiatives that support LGBTQI deaf individuals? So, before COVID, uh, we were working on the Deaf Rainbow Collective. It was a group, uh, and we were doing a lot of work, a lot of community support. And in Chennai, we had the Pride March, and we were involved. There were not many deaf people. There were some performances from different cultures across India, from Rajasthan and stuff like that. And we were also there. And this is the first time there were a lot of deaf members from the deaf queer community. And it was, I think, a successful partnership. Then 2016, I think there were some members who were, students, and we counseled them, supported them, and that person went through school. So we are just focusing on how people can have a better life and better future. Thank you, Vignesh. Thanks for explaining. Thanks for sharing. Thank you so much, Vignesh. Now, we would like to welcome Sai Reddy.
Switch. Hello. Can we have Sai Reddy now? Vignesh is signaling Sai Reddy that it's your turn. I think we can have Sudarshan while we are waiting for Sai Reddy. Perfect. Hi, Sai Reddy. I hope you can see. Hey, hi. Can you see me? Sai is asking, can you see me clearly? Yes, perfect. We can see you clearly. So welcome to our panel discussion. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Could you please share your background? Just sign slowly. Okay, sure. My name is Sai Sai. Could you please make a bigger signing space? If you could adjust your camera. I think there is some network issue. Sorry. So now it's looking well. Yes, perfect. You can go ahead and sign again. My name is Sai, S-A-I. My sign name is putting index finger on right side and making O. So I work with the organization and I'm also a part of the queer community. I'm a member of the hearing community from Odisha. So I'll be asking you two questions. Your sorry, Harmanpreet, you have some internet issues, I think. If there is some internet issues, you can ask me once again. I will explain the question. Okay, let me sign the question once again. So, how do communication barriers impact deaf LGBT community, LGBT individuals? Then kindly sign slowly, please. So, I think the impact which we see in our, the deaf community, for example, I would like to share. This is something personal. If I would like to discuss about my own identity. So, for example, it's more important, that people should be aware. Any identity we are expressing about ourselves. So, that is more important that people should respect us and they should be aware, right? That is more important. It is our decision, correct? It's our own identity. So some people have misunderstood as well about my own identity. They're like, oh, how did you got the HIV and all? So that is the reason, people are not respecting. So I have discussed with some friends, with Sudarshan, and then I realized that yeah, having HIV, that's fine, but people, they need to respect. And I have to work hard to spread across the awareness. There are some other people as well. There are some other gays too, but they sometimes they do not possess or they not do not infect the with HIV. If people are you know i- intimating with other one without using condoms or other precautions, so that is not something that happens with just not using the precautions. I've seen with the hearing people as well, they're spreading across the information or social media, and I want to make that the same impact for the deaf community too. But in my opinion, I've been trying my best. I think this information should spread across so that people will get to know that this is something which is not being happened with me only. I don't want deaf people to face barriers. I want them to understand the things, and I will still work hard. And I'm hoping best I can make everyone understand. And I would like to set up the organization. We would like to work in the unity, in solidarity. We have leaders as well when I see in the queer community. But whatever the things we have, even if whoever is leading. So sometimes, people do ask me questions that how did you being a part of queer community? I told them that that is nothing different, but some organizations they don't understand, they don't want to, and they are just, uh, things which they tell me and the words which are being used for me, that is uh not convenient for me. And that the thing is that we need to fight for it. I try to make them understand, you understand your own identity, and this is my identity. You should be respectful towards it. Whoa, I had really goosebumps, I understand that, yeah, what could be the situation. I mean, I don't know what experience you might have, but yeah, it was really impactful. I want other deaf people to understand whatever you might have gone through, right? And also the other people, they can also understand that they shouldn't mock other people, rather they should respect the identity of the other people, and that's how we can make the impact. Ramanpreet, your internet is quite hazy. You can, I think, sign again. Would you like me to go back? No, it's clear, I think. But you were saying, Herman? You can go ahead with the second question. Okay. So let's go ahead with the second question, okay? Yeah, we can. So my second question is, how does the, sorry, let me sign the question again. So how does the organization can improve the accessibility for deaf LGBT people? Uh, Hi, Sai, could you see me clearly? I think his Sai's internet connection is hazy. We will be just waiting for 5 minutes for Sai until his internet works properly. Hi. Oh, I think he logged out. Okay, we will try to have Sai again. Sai mentioning the internet gets hazy. Charu, is my internet fine? Is my internet working fine? The Sai's internet is easy, I think. I think we can have Sudarshan. Yes, Sudarshan. Sudarshan, can you see me clearly? Yes, I can see you clearly. Perfect. So welcome to our panel discussion today. Thank you so much for being here. Likewise, thank you for having me here. So could you please share your background? My name is Sudarshan Sudarshan. This is my sign name. And my identity is I'm bisexual and also I'm gay. But I have a fluid identity. I'm from Kolhapur, Maharashtra. But I moved to Mumbai and I'm working over there. And I came back to my own place. I'm advocating for human rights for LGBT community and also for the deaf LGBTQI. And also, I'm a coach, I'm a life coach for them. Wow, waving hands, Sudarshan. So I have a 9 years of experience working along with the hearing peers in the LGBT community. Wow, waving hands, Sudarshan. So are you ready with the question? Can I go ahead? Yes, yes, absolutely. So let me inform you, kindly sign slowly because we have the other participants as well so that they can understand your answers. Sure, I will be cautious of it. So how does the organization can improve the accessibility for deaf LGBTQ people? So in my experience, when I work with the hearing people, I've been working with them from past 9 years. So we have different kind of projects and I've been working with them. But I don't realize, but they think that there would be, they don't think that deaf people could belong to an LGBT community. But I do believe that there are a lot of people who are belonging to this community. They are facing a lot of challenges. That is more important. I'll always think about the accessibility, how we can provide to them. So I had discussed with the hearing leaders that they were working with the LGBT community. So for example, if we talk about the HIV or trans people, they have a lot of programs. I've told them that, and you have the Pride Parade as well. But there is no deaf people being included in the Pride Parade. So in Bangalore, we had Namma Pride, where we had the interpreter too, and I realized that was something the accessibility was provided over there. But in India, at other places, the accessibility are not provided. So I understood that we required and we needed the accessibility at every places. The deaf culture is totally different from the hearing culture, right? So we need to provide the accessibility to the deaf community. So for example, what we would need to give them, we need to make them understand the typical words which might not be easily understandable. We have to explain them. We have to show them the things, whatever we are working on. And then they will feel confident enough, and sometimes they are not able to open up with the interpreter, with their family member, with their friends. So that's how we can be their safe space where they can discuss their own queries and their concerns with us, correct? And they feel comfortable, they will feel at ease. So this is the slow and steady process. So hearing people, they might be advanced from us because they get all those accessibility from very beginning itself. But through the deaf community, we need to make them understand whether we can have the Zoom sessions, maybe, or maybe we can have the offline sessions where people can come and we can, spread across the information. We can have a presentation or workshops. They face challenges in job as well. So sometimes that's how the identities intersected, right? That you are a deaf person also and you belong to a LGBT community as well. So when you make your Aadhaar card and all those things, you have to get your identity written over there. The hearing people, they are advocating for their own rights. But for the deaf people, the biggest challenge is the communication. So with some deaf people, they are included in the school. They are not included in the school. They have been dropped out and they are not aware about their own identity. And sometimes, teachers, they just oppress them with the things which they want them to do. And they don't accept whatever the child wants to. So, for example, if we are spreading across any information, we should know that if there are person who belongs to this community, we could have them along with us and we can help them. So that's how their life become easy, correct? So it's more important that we should provide the accessibility. So I'm planning in the future, once I'm done with the hearing where community work, I will set up my own organization. I would like to, mm, conduct a workshop where I can explain about the HIV. There are a lot of people, the hearing people also have the HIV. So if we talk about the government doctors, sometimes they do not spread across that much information, but it's more the through a community and the NGOs, and they spread across related to the HIV. So that's why I joined them, and I wanted to know how it has happened and how we can spread across the information. But I realized why people are not coming to the government doctors. That is data is very less because they are not explaining or spreading across any information. So likewise, I want to do with the deaf community too. If there is any deaf person in our society, in our community, if we are communicating with deaf person, so it's always important to provide the accessibility. That's the main agenda here. Yes, exactly. Even we need to work on it. And I really want the other deaf people, sometimes it becomes difficult for them that how they will communicate with the other person. But with the having a other deaf person, likewise you feel at ease where you can communicate. Yes, so you mentioned about the barriers we faced. For example, I'm a deaf person. If the society is shaming us, we are not feel ashamed at all, but we are scared. That is the reason it becomes difficult for us to open up with other people. But they are not wrong at all because they are not aware. So we are trying our best to do this thing. So I'm working with the hearing leaders who are advocating for the LGBT community. I'm still working with them. Once my work done, I hope to set up my own organization, my own queer community, own queer organization for the deaf people, so that I hope that we can partner with other organization as well and we can work over it.
Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully. If there is something, a platform, I'm sure there'll be a lot of support. Yeah, really keeping fingers crossed. Sorry, Sudarshan, were you adding something? Because we have the second question. The second question is, how can allies better support deaf LGBTQI people? Sudarshan? Yes, so the hearing queer organizations I'm working with, I'm involved with, I'm collaborating with, they are supporting. So I would call them as allies during the Pride March. They invite a lot of other marginalized groups as well. And something really cool I learned was that the reason why we don't have many allies is the queer community maybe not involving mainstream, because it becomes easier if our networks open up so that more and more information can spread out. If people identify, so they're cisgender or heterosexual people, that is people who believe in the gender binary, uh, we need their support. We need their collaboration. There are organizations we're working for the awareness regarding HIV, AIDS, which could be government programs, government schemes, right? But we also need organizations, projects who support the LGBTQI movement. We need their support. We need them to push our agenda as well. Because the allies, that is the heterosexual or the non, the people who are identify as cisgender, is a huge, huge community. So we are a very, very small group or community. But of course, allies are very, very important. Maybe the concept is new for our deaf community. Maybe the concept of gender roles, besides the binary of male, female, is still not that prevalent. I have been misnamed. There have been experiences where I have to misname myself while identifying myself. That is because of the stigma. And the reason why we don't have many allies, why is, the collaboration between the deaf cisgender community and the deaf LGBTI not happening? Because of the awareness. Because it acts as a channel. The allies can bring in a lot of other content from the mainstream world, which our community misses out. If we are searching for solutions only within the LGBTQI community, it will take a very, very long time. It will be chronic unless deaf allies support us with their expertise, with their knowledge, so that, we unite and our future is brighter. So absolutely, Sudarshan, to summarize, you said that without the collaboration between deaf allies and deaf LGBTQI people, it's very difficult to be strong and advocate for the needs. And Sudarshan says that within the hearing mainstream community, the concept of allyship and a lot of other concepts, they already know about a lot. And I'm not saying that the deaf community in any way is wrong, but I'm not blaming it. But I'm saying that we need change, we need awareness, we need more awareness. That's my point. Sudarshan, are you okay with some more questions which we have from the audience? Of course, sure. I'll be very happy. Of course. So Harmanpreet says, Sudarshan, we will wait a bit. If there are any questions for you from the audience, we will spotlight you again. Any questions? Till the time Harmanpreet is here with us, any questions from the audience for Sudarshan? If no questions, I saw Sai had a question, but Harmanpreet, the Charu here, the internet is a little hazy at your end. Sudarshan, is it me? Charu says, no, you are very clear. We can see you very clearly, Sudarshan. Sudarshan says, sorry, I was just worried because it happened at the beginning. Is it better now? Charu says, yes. Please carry on. Yes, can see. Is my internet better now? Thank you. I didn't know. Thank you for telling me. I just kept on signing. I would like to welcome Sai. Is Sai with us? Hey, everyone. My internet was patchy earlier. Now it's a little better. Hopefully, all of you can see me clearer this time. Sai, so the same question I put to Sudarshan. Were both the questions done? Harmanpreet clarified with Sai said the first was done and the second question you had to still ask. The second question, how can organizations improve access for deaf LGBTQI people? Okay, organizations, I totally agree. Sorry, Harmanpreet requests if Sai could just move back a little. Yeah, better now? Okay. How can accessibility, development, and all this improve for our community, for the deaf LGBTQI community? So I thought of setting up an organization because I know there are a lot of people who are struggling. I wanted to help. I wanted to solve issues because I empathize. Those issues are my issues. Sometimes families disown their kids when they find out that they identify as queer. This is something I really feel very bad. Sometimes, I have had instances when people would tell me and I would welcome them home. I would be with them. I would listen to them, counsel them. And wherever people are who identify as LGBTQI, we need to be a little more mobile, learn a little more. At the same time, we also need to remind the leaders about their onus and their responsibility to advocate for our issues, our development, our empowerment. I had been thinking about the development for our deaf LGBTQI community, and I have been trying to think of a project. If there is any idea, if there are any aspirations, if any synergies, we can definitely work together, and I'm sure that will help. Yeah, I think that's all. Hope you all could see me. If there are people who want to share resources, share knowledge, I would love to somehow act as a bridge to transfer that knowledge. This is something I have a plan. I want to be like a consultant. Right now, I'm just gaining a lot of experiences, resources, and materials. Hopefully, it materializes onto some kind of a platform and there is more equality for us. That's all. Harmanpreet here. I would like to welcome Vignesh. I have a few more questions for some other panelists of us. Vignesh, if you could turn on your camera. Can we request Vignesh if you could please make your phone a little horizontal? It helps to get a better screen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Charu says this is so great. Thank you. Thank you for letting me. Vignesh says, Harmanpreet, yes, you were saying? Harmanpreet is just checking if there's some internet issues at his end. Vignesh says, just sign a little slow, then perhaps we could. Charu says, Harmanpreet, I will support you. Let me take over. Charu here, Harmanpreet facing some internet issues. I'll just step in. Hope that is okay. All of you can see me. So the question for Vignesh is, as a queer person, or Vignesh, as person who identifies as gay and then identifies as a transgender, that evolution. Can you explain a little about it? Vignesh says, yes, growing up, I always felt that I identified as a woman, as a female, not as, the body I was in. And my parents were very, very shocked. They were like, no, please. They prayed to different gods and temples. Parents are not aware, and I didn't have enough resources to explain. With the social media, YouTube, I immersed myself in a lot of content to understand what I felt. And when I was confident enough and I could talk to the people and the language, I heard that enough language. A lot of people then encouraged me to support kids and youth. And I thought naturally I had skill, I was very good as across when I wanted to dress as a makeup or be or dress or beautify myself as I wanted. And with that, I spoke to my parents, and they said that my parents said that you have to ensure that you take care of your health. And I said, don't worry, that's going to be my top priority. So now I'm in the process, in the transformation process. I'm still working things out, and very soon I also do want to support the community, want to do some healing work, some support, some counseling work all over India. Charu says that this must have been a very difficult conversation to have with parents when you decided to move out and live independently. Like your parents, we are also here to support. We all, any need, anything you think we can help you with, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of comments. What type of negative talk, or do you think people encourage you? What has been the society's view? Vignesha, I think, yes, there has been a lot of questioning about my identity, and the fact that they don't believe that this is how I feel. But it's a process. They need to see a lot of role models from the LGBTQI community to understand. Charu says, yes, absolutely, I understand, because without awareness, people just gape and stare and don't understand the uniqueness. Thank you for sharing, Vignesh. Harmanpreet, is there anything you would like to talk about or add? Need just 5 minutes. Want to talk to Kaleema? Kaleema, are you here? Oh, there you are. Oh, you have a new sign name, is it? K Adab, now it's K sign, like your hair. Okay, okay. I'll try and remember that. Yeah. Okay, great. If I sign it again, remember it. Okay, Kaleema. What I have observed that Bangalore, the Pride March, just being there, showing solidarity, and you have been wanting to take part and uh, join the Bangalore Pride March. Were you able to do that? Yes. So Berlar place, the place I think didn't work out. They then moved out to some other place, the Pride. Then I think something happened and it didn't work out. Last minute, the venue changed. So I think I just told myself to wait, to be patient. It's Pride month again. I'm waiting for updates. If definitely it's here, I would definitely involve myself. And there is a lot of stigma in the society. That is why a lot of people feel discriminated, don't want to open up, don't want to engage. But the desire is to learn, the desire is to grow. So I want more and more people. I want to act like a bridge, if I can bring in more and more people into the Pride March and Pride March.
So I would like to suggest that once you're going to the uh, hearing Pride March, right? You can see and you can involve more of the deaf people, right? That's how they can collaborate with deaf people and they will provide the accessibility too, correct? Because they will think that there are no such deaf people as well. So right now they are blindfolded. So once you show them the community, that's how they can help you with the accessibility part too. So one thing, about the Pride March, and second thing about the job as well. So a lot of people, I've seen that there are a lot of organizations who were saying that if there are trans people, we are open to provide you the jobs. And I got the training as well in Bangalore. I took the training. They told me how to be, be aware, to work professionally, the behavioral skills, all those things, the training. What is being in professional? What they taught you? So in professional, like you have to wear sari, how you have to be groomed and all the makeup, and you have to beautify yourself. So this is like you should know that how to be at your workplace. So that's how they provided me the training, and they provided me the job. So it you had the training along with the hearing people. Yes, I had the training here in Bangalore. So once the training was done and they provided me the certificate, they asked me if there are other deaf people as well. You can, I mean, they really want to, encourage the other deaf people. So NDS, they contacted me. They told me that you were in Bangalore, and they spread across on Twitter that people got to know that I'm working. And then they connected with me because they were aware that. So I have helped other 3 to 4 deaf people who belongs to this community, and they are working in the hospitality sector. So it's a good work. They are still working over there. Also, in what is this place? There are two deaf people. Is it a place? P and a Maharashtra sign. Mumbai. Oh, okay, okay. You have signed Mumbai. Okay. Yeah. So there are two deaf people who are working over there. So they connected with me, and then in Gurgaon, there are some deaf people who got the training. So we want other deaf people to not to feel oppressed, right? So the organization was quite open to have other deaf people too, and they are providing jobs. So they contact me, and I ask other deaf people whoever want to join the organization. So, but there are some deaf people who are being reluctant to understand, or let's say it's the rules at the organization, but they shouldn't understand how to be professional when you're at your workplace. So, for example, people denying to all the things, right? So it's like they can't decide by their own selves. So they have to work according to their own industry, own organization. So that's how they can develop their skills. And it's like that you should be a yes person always. It shouldn't be like that's how you will have increment or bonus, and the other queer people can also work. Oh, the Apple example was very good. Okay, that's a great one. Nice concept, Kaleema. Thank you so much. And the third thing I would like to say, so with the queer community, there are some deaf people who, like for example, Sudarshan was saying about the accessibility and partnering. I also, discuss with other people. There are some deaf people who tell me that they are facing the challenges. I went to Delhi, and I sent the letter as well. They were asking me with whom you would like to collaborate. They told me, and then I was stuck with whom I would like to collaborate. So I discussed with Harmanpreet. We had some discussion. We wrote some letter, and they said, okay, you have to wait for a while. And once again I tried to connect with the NGOs in Bangalore, where we can connect with them and we can partner so that we can spread across the information. So it's still in the process. Once we have the approval and we have a place, and then Bangalore itself, we will have something for the queer community. So it's happening Pride March at every places, right? So at Pride March, at all the other all the other events, we should have the people. We have the English literacy skills or the HIV related information. So like people are speaking, they are getting the access, right, for the hearing people. But what about the deaf people? We also want to be at par with the hearing community, and we also want to learn. So yeah, I hope that I will partner with some NGOs and we'll work over it. Charu here, I know that you will absolutely get it. That there is no hoping here. You will definitely going to succeed it. Is it done? I think Hamrit, your net is perfect, working fine. Yes, I can take over. So once again, I would like to have Sudarshan. Question asking, Haman, could you see me clearly? Yes, I can see you. So I have one question to you. Yes, absolutely, you can ask a question. So for example, if there are two deaf people, right? And in the community, there are some deaf people who aren't aware, and some deaf people are aware, but they are still mocking the queer community, deaf queer. So how would you explain them? Yeah, right. For example, let me inform you here. So within the deaf community, some are educated, some are very much aware, they have got the accessibility, but some deaf people, in the queer community as well, like people who knew about the identities of the other people, and in deaf community, they are aware about the deaf identity. But the deaf queer person will have the intersectionality of the deaf identity and of the queer identity. So if both of the community they know well, but sometimes they think what does we understand by gay or bisexual, all those things. But sometimes we the visuality is very much important. So with having a visual things or visual clues, other deaf people can understand, right? And we can explain them. So and then they realize that yeah, oh, this is their identity. This is deaf queer's identity. But the other people sometimes they don't realize. But they might say a few words which might impact you or you feel underconfident. But it's better to spread across the awareness. I've seen in India earlier there were no awareness at all, but right now we could say 5% awareness. Still, 95% people don't understand. So we are trying our best. We see we have different kind of people. We have variation among the community. We need to have ally. We need to have NGOs. So they should work towards it. We can explain them what is our challenges we face within the deaf community itself, and they can make the impact, right? I've seen there are deaf people, they are always suffering. There are a lot of challenges they are facing. But in queer community, if a deaf person is a queer itself, then again they have the double disadvantage, right? They are suffering from their own disability, and then they are belonging to the queer community as well. And other deaf people, they are not supporting them. Why? So that's how I understood that, yeah, they are not aware. We need to do the advocacy work. So I've seen that I have been trained in within the hearing community. So earlier, I've been trying to discuss with Sai Reddy. I told him that, yeah, that these are the things you should be aware of these things. Uh, so we realized that, yeah, earlier I really, so for example, I really wanted to work as a nurse. So I worked as a nurse earlier during the COVID time, and I left my job and I went to a MNC and I worked, but I was still working. Side by side, I was working with the queer community too. It's been 9 years. So I think I'm nearly going to do a 10 years anniversary with my organization related to the advocacy for deaf for the queer community. So I want them to give me more 5 works, but we have a contract. This told me that I think I told them that I want to work more for another 5 years with them. But that other hearing people, they were like, okay, we can have you with us. But I still want to work with the hearing queer people as well, along with though I would like to work with the deaf queer people too, so that I can help them out. I hope that we can work as an ally with each other. We can support each other. So one last question I would like to ask you, Sudarshan. So you know that if there are, if we have male or female at both the places, if a person doesn't belong to the queer community, if the another person belongs to the hearing community, so there is an impact, correct? So sometimes people don't understand, they don't realize at the younger age that they belong to the queer community or not. Yes, I do have same experience. maybe, I would talk about to something people sometimes. So there are two ways. I'm just trying to explain you two different things here. So, for example, people who were might be facing that. So there is a one word, human hurt. So there's a term human hurt where people sometimes misunderstood and they realize that no, they cannot go back to their same position. They think that however they has been identified as a gender from their own family. They think that they have to survive with that identity only. So human hurt where a family is telling to a person that your identity is this only and you are going to have a partner, a opposite gender partner, where you don't feel like connected with that partner. But sometimes, we have seen there are a lot of people who are going ahead with the divorces and all, and they are going ahead with their own identity, realizing that they belong to the queer community. For example, if you talk about the bisexual person, okay, or we say human hurt, that the other person, who is bisexual. So you understand what do we understand by logical sex? So sometimes it's like that whatever you feel from your inner inside that to which identity you belong. So it is not wrong over there. So sometimes if you are intimating with your partner, with your spouse, but sometimes you want to go ahead with the another person, and if you would like to have the another affair. So there are some people as well. Who would like to communicate with the other person, and they are dating while they are married to the one person, they are still dating with other people as well. So this is like same thing, whether the one person where who want to actually go ahead with the another partner but really can't due to the family members. So there are two ways where some people they keep the things with them only, and there are other people also who really go ahead with their own identity fluidness. So some people do express themselves to their spouses that what they want, some people don't. So this is the human hurt condition where people face challenges, and there are some people who have to gone through a divorce. But I understand their concern as well, their situation too, what they might have been going through. Yeah, that's absolutely right. That was impactful. So that is something, people who are expressing to their spouse, but sometimes become difficult as well. So the topic here is, the sexual identity. So whatever that is connected with your mind, with your heart, and with your biological things. So, but it sometimes the family do pressurize you that you belong to this identity only. So there is a psychological thing, right? Sometimes people want to hide their own identity, but sometimes we can't force them, correct? It's their choice. Whether they want to come out or not, it's totally their decision. Sometimes, within the partners itself, other partner, if a woman, they, for example, if they are going through the menstruation and they have their own problems, correct? But there are sometimes there could be misunderstanding as well, not the complete one, but there could be some situation where a female and male both have the different experiences. So for us, I mean, we also, if we are a deaf person, we have a deaf wife, we also need to understand. So once I realized that I'm from queer community and I'm a bisexual person. So I think my family already knew it that I'm a bisexual person. So my family knew about it, but I think if I am, you know, uh, going ahead with the arranged marriage, I should tell my wife also, uh, to be wife that yeah, I am a bisexual person. Whether if she is okay with that, she can come with me. If not, she can always have her choice, to go with other person. It's like I want the other person to be happy as well. So, and I want to be myself too. So this is the both things which I want to do. I want to have my, I would like to be, go ahead with my identity too, and also along with my partner as well. I would always like to be open. But I understand there are some deaf people who don't understand this thing. I know there are some deaf people, they try to invite me as well, and they try to ask me a very tough question. And but I tried to answer them as well. I know because I have been working from past 9 years, right? And I understand they don't come from that background. They don't realize what questions they are asking, but it's moreover important to make them understand and clarifies their doubts. Whoa, thank you, Sudarshan. Thank you so much. I think we are done with the time. Thank you so much for explaining in brief, in detail. I think we are done, but we might ask you one more question. Okay, so we are going ahead with the participants' questions now. If there are any questions from any participant, they can go ahead. Rashmi here. Could you see me clearly? My signing space is good? Yes, yes. So I have one doubt I would like to ask you. Just give us a second. If you can move your camera to your left a little. Sorry, I can't move my laptop to the other place. Could you please tell me your name? Sorry, I have a very little space to adjust my laptop. So my name is Rashmi, Rashmi Jain. This is my sign name. I'm from Bangalore. Okay. I moved to Hyderabad for work over here. I hope it's clear, right? So I have a doubt I would like to ask, just for my own knowledge. So, for example, there are two people who both are transgender, okay? So, one person is having a beard, and the another person is not having a beard, but both are the trans people. So, how that can be? Yes, Sudarshan, you can go ahead with the explanation. Sudarshan, go ahead. Can you see me clearly? Yes, Rashmi here. I can see you clearly, Sudarshan. So, okay, I understood your question. There are two people who are transgender, but there are some people who are having a facial hair and some who are don't. So, for example, so if a child born, they might have the facial hair, then I mean it's a natural thing. It's their own identity. Maybe some people who might be having a facial hairs, but they want to change their own identity, and they identify themselves as gay, or maybe sometimes they have the fluid identity, and they ask for the support from their family. They might be changing ahead with their identity. Some might want to shave their facial hairs, or maybe someone might want to go for the laser treatment. So, the people, it's like their own identity. We call it trans surgery. So that's how, you change your body, the biological parts. So in the queer community, we have different 7 types of categories, okay? In the transgender. So sometimes, you can identify a person from just seeing their body structure. So gender fluid, we sometimes you don't understand whether a person belongs to which category. So sometimes, if person is going to a temple, they might want to wear sari, they might want to have, uh, they have combed hair. So some people, they identify their identity in a different way, and they sometimes the other people do it in a other manner. So, but it is not something like that they are trans people. So there would be some people who would be having a facial hairs. You know, to Shiva's wife, so Shivas have a half body where the another one is Shiv Shakti. If you know about it, you know, so Shiv Shakti where a person has two identities. For example, my face might look as a boy, but the inner inside I feel like a woman. So we have kinner, okay, and the kinner, their body maybe, you know, if they are changing to the another identity, their culture will be very different. And we also try to help them as well for jobs and all, but you know, sometimes they beg outside for their own survival. So kinner, you know, that person, I mean, in transgender also we have different identities. I will be sharing those all identities with the Hera Million in detail, and they can make the video so that people can learn about it.
My second question is, like you said, there's some transgender people who don't have hair, but what about menstruation? Do trans people menstruate? Okay, so if during birth, the sex, that is the body of the person is female, until they get the transformation surgery. But there's also the term intersex, where biological variations in the genitals also is there. Okay, this is for my knowledge. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. This is also a good experience for me. Thank you. Wow. We have more questions. Sorry, Sudarshan, you have to leave? Sudarshan here. Maybe some people might not feel comfortable talking to me here on a platform. So perhaps it'll be easier talking to their own leaders. Hello, can you see me? I'm Simona. I'm from Italy. Very, very interesting. Very nice program. Thank you so much for hosting this. Yeah, please get your question. So in India, hijra, the word, same as transgenders, or are they a little different? Hijra community and the transgender community, are they one or they different? Should I sign again? I think it'll help if you place the device at a better angle. Or maybe using a webcam. Simona says, sorry, let me sign again. So 8, I've seen that there are 3 genders in India which are allowed, right? Male, female, third, that is the transgender community. So I wanted to understand if the Hijra community is the same as the transgender community. Okay, hello. So you're talking about Hijra, the word, the concept, and like, remember I was talking to you about the trans community and where there's a lot of variations, by 7 to 7 variations. So the terminology Hijra, So you would have seen in Indian culture during marriage, during babies, during ceremonies, they are invited to give blessings. But it is a little more diverse. No, my question is, are they in the same community? I say that I actually have not been able to learn so much except for my experiences reading a little and talking to leaders. So for persons with other queer identities, it's different. But of course, for transgender communities, it's difficult. They have to leave home. Simona says, my question is still that are they the same? Are they part of the transgender community? So Hidyata, are they the same as Hijra community? Are they part of the transgender community? Sudarshan says, though, many people might use the terminology queer to, and give them that flexibility. So, for example, the acronym is LGBTQI plus. So that means it's a spectrum. There's a lot more. So what I've heard from people in other countries, sometimes the variations range up to 60 or 70 gender identities. But again, they all come together in the collective, as we call ourselves, queer people, and under the banner of the rainbow colors. All right. We are very sorry for all the people who had raised their hands and their questions could be answered. We are out of time. I would just quickly welcome Charu to deliver the vote of thanks. Thank you, everyone, for your questions. I'm sorry we didn't have time. Thank you to all the panelists for sharing their experiences, for sharing a lot of examples. Thank you, Harmanpreet, for moderating the event. Thank you, team, for the administration and the back-end work. Thank you, sign language interpreters Saurav and Manisha. Thank you, Here a Million team, for supporting. Thank you, everyone. This event is being recorded and we will definitely upload it on YouTube on our channel. You can view this again. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.